One of the bigger annoyances with the newest mini heist missions in the Tuner DLC is that a lot of these missions require you to lose like 4 or 5 stars. And unfortunately, you cannot call Lester to just get rid of them. So you have to lose them in the world. And a lot of the times this is very annoying because you may think you've lost them and then a helicopter just spawns right over you. And it's like, really, come on. But there are 5 places that I think are the best to lose them, and that's what I'm going to be going over in today's video. So without further ado, if you have 5 stars at any point in either free roam or these missions, I mean free roam it's a lot easier, you just call Lester, but if you're in these missions and you can't call Lester, the 5th place, and these are in order of worst to best, so number 1 is going to be best, number 5 is going to be the worst, but if you're up in Paleto Bay, there is a pretty decent little sewer that you can hide in. It's literally found at almost the top of the map, and it's very tiny. Cops cannot get in here. However, sometimes they do find you. So this might be something, if you're just up here, you're in the area, you just try it out. Maybe you get lucky and you lose them. It did work for the most part, but occasionally there was like a cop that ran past and then kind of saw me. But I did want to throw this in here at number 5 because it is a place you can lose 5 stars. Like, they don't find you for the most part. It is up in Paleto Bay, which is a place where there's not too many other places you can hide. So if you don't want to travel all the way, down to the city to try and lose the cops, well then, you might want to try this little spot out. Number 4, another pretty interesting way to lose the cops is actually by literally standing in a tall bush. Now, this is at number 4 because much like the tiny sewer up in Paleto, it works maybe like 80% of the time. The only times where it doesn't work is when the cops from the helicopter, they rappel down to the ground and then they basically just stumble into the same bush you're in. That happened like once maybe for me, but for the most part, standing in a tall bush does lose the cops. I mean, you can clearly see here, I am standing in this tall bush. The cops are right over me and they do not see me. So I didn't actually know this until I was making this video, but tall bushes do end up working to disguise yourself from the police. Again, you just have to make sure that if they do end up on the ground and they're running around you, it is possible they find you. So this again is why it's coming at number 4. It's not like 100%. But if you're in a bind, you're up here where they do have taller bushes, give it a shot, and then you might be able to lose them. Also, if it's not a 5-star wanted level, you probably lose the cops a lot quicker. So maybe some of those other missions where you only have like 3 stars or even 4 stars, this might be a better thing to do. You don't have to go all around the city to find a good spot. Just find a tall bush. Number 3, if you're in the middle-ish of the map, or if you're up in Sandy Shores, and you just want to lose the cops, well, there's a place that I think a lot of people maybe forgot. The Abandoned Mine. This is, I mean, you can kind of see on the map where we are. I think I'll show it here in a minute. It's relatively close to the middle of the map, and you do have to blow up the front, like the wood on it. But I mean, once you do that, simply just walk in, and the cops really won't go inside. And if they do, the tunnel is long enough, the abandoned mine is long enough with enough forks that you can just keep running until you do eventually lose the cops. So this might be one of the better places if you just want a 100% guarantee to lose the cops and you're in the area. Stop by the abandoned mine and then easy, you lose the police. Just don't do what I did at a certain point and shoot a grenade at the entrance of the mine expecting it to blow up, and then you kill yourself. You don't want to do that. That's probably the hardest part of this entire one. But yeah, the abandoned mine is a great place to lose the cops. Coming in at number 2, these are scattered sort of all around the map. And this is probably one of my best ways to lose the cops. Railway tunnels. Honestly, what I do normally in any mission, heist or a contact mission or anything, when I have the cops on me, just simply follow the train tracks, because while the police helicopters and stuff can still fly over you, the actual cop cars don't spawn on the tracks. They only spawn on the roads. So it's a very easy way to at least not get shot at if you have a bunch of stars on you. But eventually, if you do follow the tracks, you'll end up in a railway tunnel, and the cops do not go inside of the railway tunnels. The technology for them is just not there yet. And then, of course, when you're inside of the tunnels, the helicopters cannot see you. So I'm up at the one by the bridge up here by the Mount Chiliad area. But, of course, there's a bunch of tunnels like in the city that you can go to if you're in the city. There's a couple. I guess there's one near Paleto Bay that's also in the Mount Chiliad area. You know, there's a couple, I think maybe in Sandy Shores in that area. So, yeah, the railway tunnels are another great way, probably one of the better ways to lose the cops, especially if you are near the railways. Just find a tunnel and boom, you are good. And then the number one way, the way I do it just all the time, because usually when you have these 5 stars, you have to go back to the city. So you want to lose the cops somewhere in the city. Well, I mean, I think everyone knows about this spot. The sewer, the subway system. I mean, you have a number of different entrances inside. You do have the actual subway like entrances, which can be found in a couple of locations. You have to go down there. Unfortunately, you are going to have to get out of your car unless you're on a bike, because they have like a gate that you can't go over in a car. But if you go down far enough, you will lose the cops. Now, if you go this way, the cops will come after you on foot at least, so you might have to run quite a ways. That's why I would only do this particular method if you were very desperate, I guess, because unfortunately, if you go down here on foot and you're running enough to lose the cops, well, you're gonna have to run back to get your car, and that's gonna take a long time. The 2 places that I go, and I think this is the 2 places that many people go, you have the one entrance on the highway, on the interstate, under the bridge. You can go in this way. The cops may follow you on foot, but again, if you can just stay in your car, you can easily get away from them. Just wait inside and boom, you're good to go. Or my favorite, the sewer system entrance, whatever it's called. Basically, for the most part, anytime I get stars, even remotely close to the city, I just book it straight for that sewer. I don't know what it's called, where the canal goes through it. And then at the very end of it, there's the entrance to the actual sewer part. Just simply drive down there. Again, cops may follow you on foot, but for whatever reason, they don't follow you on the cars. So you can easily just keep backing up in your car until you lose the police. So I know, look, the game's been out for 8 years now. I know having a top 5 places to lose the cops, it might be obvious to some people, but I have had some people in my games when randoms have joined that I'm sitting here waiting for like 5 minutes trying to let them lose the cops because they just don't. They don't know where to go. So for newer players or for people who just forgot, hopefully this video helps you guys out. Hit up the subway, hit up that sewer system, hit up railway tunnels. If you're in a pinch, go to freaking a tall bush and you should be good. There's actually one final thing that I think a lot of people always forget about. If you ever are in a situation where the cops are blinking, like they're not actively on you, go into your interaction menu, go into your, I think it's your inventory or your style, and switch up glasses or a mask. Like put glasses on or put a mask on, and you will actually lose 1 star. So this is very helpful in some of those missions where you have 5 stars. Having only 4 stars, because you lost 1 from changing your helmet or mask, I mean, it just saves you some time in trying to lose them. So definitely do that. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps out in these new heist missions that Rockstar have added. If you did enjoy, please drop the video a like. Also, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.